Hi, we are from STID3014 Database System and Information Retrieval. Our group project title or name is GGSPace Vacation Rental Online Platform. I'm here now to introduce my group member name, which are Jian 253430, WONG 262018, and CARMEN 270262, and me, CHEN 270359. Now, let's me to introduce our introduction. GGSPace is a local online marketplace which are to let people to rent out their properties or spare room to guests. Similar to Airbnb, this platform is enable people to list or to discover and book a unique accommodation around the world online from a mobile phone or a tablet. Whether an apartment for a night, a villa for a week, GGSPace connects people to a unique travel experience at any price point. The purpose of this company is to provide a platform for users and rental product owners in an effective and efficient manner. In this project, a database application has been established to support the back-end service of GGSPace. This project applies appropriate techniques for database design, creates the database application, and document a process report as the deliverables. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is JIN machine number 262018. I will explain about EER diagram and relational model. Firstly, our EER diagram has 8 tables which are website, staff, customer, booking, payment, rating, house, and owner. First, I will explain the relationship. One website has one or many customers, one or many staff. One staff work on one website. One website registers one or many customers. One customer registered by one website. Customer can be divided to 2 types, which are member and non-member. The relationship is mandatory or because customer cannot be member and non-member in the same time. Customer requests 0 or many booking. One booking is requested by one customer. One booking allocated to one payment, and one payment allocated by one booking. Payment can be refunded. The relationship is optional, or one refund is in charge by one staff, and one staff can in charge one or many refunds. One customer gives one or many ratings. One rating is given by one customer. One rating passed to one house. One house can receive one or many ratings. One house has one owner, but one owner can have one or many houses. One house assigned to one or many payment, but one payment is assigned to one house. So we will continue to discuss about the relational model. First, we go for the table website. Primary key is website name attribute are branch office and branch office tel number. For table staff, primary key is staff ID, attribute is staff name position. Website name is foreign key for table staff. The website name is come from website, table website, and we go for the non-member. Primary key is customer IC, attribute are customer name, customer phone number, customer email. For member, we add the attribute password, and in member, the primary key is customer IC and member ID. For table house, house ID hold the primary key. Attribute are house type, address, cost per day, facility regulation. Owner key, owner ID hold the foreign key, and owner ID is come from owner table. Owner, the primary key is owner ID, attribute are owner name, owner phone number. For table booking, primary key is booking ID, attribute are start date, end date, booking status. Foreign key is customer IC from table customer. For table payment, primary key is payment ID, attribute are payment account, payment date, total payment. Foreign key is house ID from table house, and another foreign key is booking ID from table booking. For table refund, we have two primary keys, refund ID and payment ID. Attributes are refund status, staff ID hold the foreign key, and staff ID comes from table staff. For last one, rating table, primary key is rating ID. Attributes are customer, comment, customer, rating, and the foreign key is customer IC comes from table customer. Another foreign key is house ID comes from table house. That's all for my presentation. Today I will pass to the next presenter.
Good day to Madam. My name is CARMEN, matric number 270262. Now I want to present the normalization of our group project. In the unnormalized form, the customer platform will consist all the attributes that are member ID, password, customer IC, customer name, customer phone number, customer email, booking ID, start date, end date, booking status, payment ID, payment account, payment date, total payment, refund ID, refund status, website name, branch office address, branch office telephone number, staff ID, staff name, position, owner ID, owner name, owner phone number, house ID, house type, address, cost per day, facilities, regulation, renting ID, customer comment, and customer rating. In the first normal form, the member ID and customer IC will be a primary key of customer platform table. For the second normal form, we will remove partial dependency. The member ID and customer IC will be a primary key of customer platform table. In the member table will consist primary member ID as primary key. If we know member ID, we can know the password from member ID table. The table of customer IC will be primary key. If we know the customer IC, we can know customer name, customer phone number, and customer email. And the last is third normal form. The customer platform will consist member ID and customer IC as primary key. For the member table, member ID will be primary key and customer IC as primary key also to link with member table. In the customer table, customer IC will be primary key. For the booking table, booking ID will be primary key and customer IC as foreign key so that can link to booking table. For the payment table, payment ID will be primary key and house ID, booking ID will be foreign key to link with payment table. For the refund table, refund ID will be primary key and staff ID as foreign key to link with refund table. For the website table, website name will be primary key. For the staff table, staff ID will be primary key and staff website name will be foreign key to link with staff table. In the owner table, owner ID will be primary key. For the house table, house ID will be primary key and owner ID will be foreign key so that can link to house table. For the renting table, renting ID will be primary key and customer IC, house ID will be foreign key to link with table of renting. That's all from me. Thank you, Madam.
Good day, Madam. This is Jian, or you can call me Jay. I'm going to present the last part of the report, which is our table relationship and the table data that we have created. So total we have, just a correction before I proceed, we actually deleted our refund table due to the insufficiency of data and to adhere to the logical design of the entire database. Since there's no customer doing refund, so we deleted that. So we left out with 10 total tables for the entire database system. So the first one will be the main table, which is the customer platform. It consists of all the primary keys from other tables, other separated entities. So customer IC actually defined into mandatory or kind of relationship for two tables, which is member or non-member. Which for non-member, they only have IC name, phone number, and email. And for members, the extra two more, which is their member ID and password. So it also included the bookings tables with 4 attributes, and also payments table with 4 attributes, and website 3 attributes, staff ID, we have staff with the staff ID, housing with house ID. This one is a little bit special. We have 6 attributes right here, and we have owner. Okay, for 3 attributes for each house, we have a owner. And for ratings, whoever have booked the houses can do a rating here, and this is a database for it. So there's a total of 10. And let's move on to the table data that we have created. So for the booking system itself, we have total of 8 data. We do at least 6, which is 2 more than the minimum amount of data. And we included every primary key that we introduced earlier. So here is the non-member data that we have, also 8 of it, but not all non-members actually book a room. So here the 8 data, the 8 rows of the booking system, the customer platform itself is not entirely included. However, for all members, they actually book a room right here, according to the table and the data that have been recorded. So here is the booking. We have a total of 13 row of data with 4 attributes: booking ID, start date, and end date, and also their status. Status, we have 3 options, which is book, tentative, or confirm. Book meaning to say that it's already the transaction has already done. They have already leave days and leave a good review. Tentative meaning to say they actually ordered it but haven't confirmed yet. For confirm meaning to say in the near future they're going to live inside. So here's a status from a booking status attribute. So for payment side, we have 4 attributes. We have 4 attributes: payment ID, account, dates, and total payment. For account meaning to say is comes from which financial institution. So we have GrabPay, PayPal, or any other commercial bank. We have total of 8 transactions. As we have mentioned earlier, total of booking is total of booking that have confirmed from the customer platform is total of 8 rows. So there's 8 data for payment, meaning they have paid already. For website, we have total of 6 websites, which means we have 6 branches for GGSPace to operate the online ordering. And then we have a total of 12 staff, and including the 6 managers from all those 6 branches. And then we have house. We have cost per day, we have ID type, address, facilities, and regulation. The house ID is the primary key for this particular table, and this is a very important table because you couldn't run anything if you don't have a house. For owner, so here are 8 rows of houses, 8 houses, and we have 8 owners right here. Here is the details with ID, name, and phone number, where the ID is primary key. Last but not least, the rating itself. Rating, we have rating ID, customer comments, and the rating. 5 out of 5 is perfect, and 1 out of 5 is the lowest. And then we have customer IC as a foreigner key, and house ID as a foreign key. So that's all for the table relationship and the table data. Thank you so much, and see you, madam, on Thursday.